USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
A historic mission for mankind began 50 years ago today when Apollo 11 blasted off from Cape Canaveral, heading for the moon.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Today, Apollo 11 crew members Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins will reunite at the Kennedy Space Center. The first man to set foot on the moon, Neil Armstrong, died in 2012. Saturday marks the golden anniversary of that lunar landing, when Armstrong left the first human footprints on the moon. At least 70 current and former U.S. Customs and Border Protection workers are now reportedly under investigation for posting inappropriate things in a secret Facebook group. Customs officials say the workers joked about dead migrants and made sexist comments about Latina Congress members. And this is USA Radio News. President Trump defending his messages aimed at progressive Democratic congresswomen, saying they should, quote, go back to their own countries. Among them, Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who's pushing back, saying Trump is committing human rights abuses at the border. Acting U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Director Ken Cuccinelli responds to that claim.
The ICE agents, loyal, compassionate, and professional, are going about their job. It says a lot that we're here talking about this as if it were something out of the ordinary, right, newsworthy, and yet this is ICE's job every single day.
Cuccinelli spoke on Fox News. The U.S. House today will vote on a resolution condemning the president's tweets. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin asking lawmakers to raise the federal debt ceiling before the August recess. He says there is no sentiment among lawmakers to put the full faith and credit of the United States at risk. And this is USA Radio News.
The Attorney General Bill Barr speaks out against anti-Semitism and racism. USA Radio's Tim Berg reports.
Attorney General Bill Barr calls himself deeply concerned about the rise of hate crimes in the past decade.
And this trend has included a marked increase in reported instances of anti-Semitic hate crimes.
Opening a summit at the Justice Department on Monday, Barr says the nation must firmly reject such crimes and the motivations behind them. He also has a message for the Jewish community.
I want to assure the Jewish community that the Department of Justice and the entire federal government stands with you and will not tolerate these attacks.
Barr also calls anti-Semitic hate crimes a cancer. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
While many Amazon customers enjoying deep discounts on Prime Day, some workers at the company staging a walkout. USA Radio's Chris Barnes with the story.
The employees staging the one-day strike work at an Amazon fulfillment center in Minnesota. They say that workers want more changes that would benefit them, like converting more temps to full-time employees and easing up on productivity quotas. This woman says they can't keep up with them, and it's causing people to quit.
I started out with a really large group of about 70 workers, and I think there are only about 5 of us left. And that was a year and 7 months ago.
Last year, the retailer Giant's workers did get a pay increase, bumping their starting rate up to $15 an hour.
For USA Radio News, I'm Robin Walensky.